So as discussed yesterday, we're going to now move on from the structure of the CV, the phases, down through the flow of a CV. Now we're really starting to get an understanding of how CV should be written here. Basically, the person who's reading it should be able to get to the top, from the top to the bottom very, very quickly. Now what we've got here is the subconscious mind. What somebody sees when they begin to read the CV is very important. You will change somebody's mind from the off from here. Then we go into the bond. We've got to connect, just like in life, with the individual who's reading it. So how do we do that at the beginning of our CV? This is really important. This is all around the more softer side. Then we go into reality. What is the best moments of your life? How have they been achieved? Numbers. Things that will impress the reader, make you interesting. And into the past, your jobs, your career. And we can dictate how far we go back on this, depending on your career. But we don't want to go too far back because, dinosaurs were around in the 1990s, for example. And then we hit our education and our qualification, which relate our experience to decisions we have been making. So if we look at these 5 things here and then look at how this is seen by the individual. So with the subconscious mind, the reader becomes interested. It's the perception of the reader that's important. The perception of everything in life is immediate. Once the reader is interested and they begin to read the bond, they start to connect with you, they're then bought in. And once they're bought in, they are going to read on. They're starting to get excited about what they are seeing. We then get to the point where we're impressing the reader. The reader's now starting to feel the CV, starting to think, this person is worth a shot, and begins to read on and go through the CV, which is exactly what we want somebody to do with the CV. Because if they don't read on, we're going nowhere. This area here, talking about your past, gives a bit of a general view on what you've been doing, but it kind of confirms the story. The flow of the CV is now getting towards the bottom, and the reader is then going into the area in which they can see you've made decisions on theory. So your education, your qualifications. Many service people have lots of experience but don't align their quals, their education. And when you get this qualification and experience together, it cross-pollinates nicely and finishes the CV off with a bit of quality. So when you're writing your CV, think about, first of all, what's been seen, how to create some closeness and connect, your best moments, what you've done in your past, and how you qualify yourself alongside your experience through life.